feeling so hollow. Don't you know? Don't you know? I'm living in shadow. Don't you know? Don't you know? I fell for fool's gold. I fell for fool's gold. What did I know? What did I know? I fell for fool's gold. I fell for fool's gold. What did I know? What did I know? You were fool's gold. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And I did it all for love. Yes, I did it all for love.
And hello everybody. We are coming into round 2 for our playoffs, and today we are playing, I'm going to try not to butcher this name, I have to, it's something. Onondaga Community College. There we go. I almost said Ononbunga. That would have been rough. Okay, Onondaga Community College. It's looking like a pretty strong team here. Pretty high in the seedings, so it could be an uphill battle for Iowa Central, but we're going to do our best here. And it looks like we're starting off once again with the data center. So we'll see if they can get control of server room pretty quickly or not. Looks like we're going to start off with the May again. Possibly a... Yep, okay. Swanky is... Looks like... Mercy Kiriko. Okay, we're swapping over to the Mercy Kiriko. They also have a May, and they also have a or a Doomfist, so we'll have to see who is the better Doomfist here. The pick and roll or Cogs of War. It's looking like with a Lifeweaver support, we could be in for some trouble here. Lifeweaver is a very good pairing with Doomfist for a lot of reasons. So it looks like they are taking on the lower ground area here, not really fighting for server room, which means that Iowa Central could be taking some pretty good off angles here. We could see Shiro potentially go up to that white room there and start taking some angles. We got Swanky getting a nice sneaky little headshot in on the May there, which is pretty good. That is what Kiriko is all about. And that sneaky headshot to help finish off the pick there that Cogs of War had started. Iowa Central is going to go ahead and cap first here. Cogs of War looking pretty low, but he's going to play it a little bit safe here. Cogs of War is continuing to pressure on their team here, but he is not going to play it too dangerous here. He's always in a cooldown away from getting to a support. Playing it very smart here. It's looking like Onondaga is pretty close to coming back in here. We're going to see him come back around here and take out the Mercy. That is going to be Iowa Central an 8-5 here. And now would be a great time for them to back off and not give them much more stagger here. Got something Wong here, kind of in a tough spot, but it doesn't look like they're going to push on him. But we are going to see Doomfist possibly, potentially. Okay, no, he is not going to be pushing in on that very much here. We do see May walling off their Iowa Central's Doomfist here. Oh, not a very good wall, though. Oh, and unfortunately, they were going to miss that wall. We do see a rush coming out, which is going to be good. Iowa Central's going to be engaged on that, but there is going to be a life retreat coming up, which is going to be pretty rough. Oh my goodness, ever seen two Meteor Strike come out at the same time? It looks like Cogs of War coming in with his ultimate here. We could see something big coming out, but we also have the Railgun coming out as well. Ooh, and that's going to take out Pokecross. Be the first pick of this fight. That could spell disaster here for Iowa Central. Something does manage to get Spectre, though, so it still can go either way. We're going to see Iowa Central popping out May's Blizzard. Ooh, but Lifeweaver going to pull away here, and actually, like Lifeweaver, like I said, pretty good pick for this map, actually. We're seeing Onondaga climb that percent up to 50%. Iowa Central is not quite able to clear the point off here. And we're going to see that May ult not get a lot of value either. Cogs of War does take out the May, but Swanky Pants going down here the other Doomfist. Someone has got to start winning the fight here. Iowa Central actually really just needs to fight here. And the fight is just continuing to go on. They need to probably regroup here a little bit, unless they can get this Doomfist picked. It's whoever kills the other team's Doomfist first, I think, that just kind of wins these fights. We're going to see Cogs of War retreating with his team there, using his ultimate for a retreat. Seeing 80% here from Onondaga. Iowa Central has to make this next fight work because he did have Poke across his ultimate. So that could potentially help them push here. We've got Doomfist ult on the other team, which means he has a lot more ability to get in and out here, so he can use his ultimate for a getaway. He's trying to go over the wall there, it looks like, and make some plays from behind, but it's not quite going to work. So you're going to take the high ground here with that white room and force their DPS to also kind of take some off angles here. Doomfist trying to aggress on the May here, and it's unfortunately it's looking like with Cogs of War going down, this is going to be pretty tough for Iowa Central to win this last second fight here. I think Onondaga is going to go ahead and take that. It looks like that is the case. First point is going to go to Onondaga. Iowa Central put up a really good fight, though. Getting that first pick especially, it just boiled down to, I think they didn't withdraw fast enough after that second fight. They kind of lost a little bit. They didn't withdraw fast enough. They got the message eventually, though, so it wasn't too bad. They could have come back, but I think their team fight just went on too long. I think what we need to see them do is have better target priorities going into these fights. I think they pick off the other team's Doomfist. Especially, I think Cogs of War engages in their back line. Doomfist engages into his back line. If he turns around and peels the team, I think that is what would be the decider here for who wins, because we really see that Doomfist get melted pretty quickly, and then Iowa Central could turn on the rest of the team there, and then having a Doomfist when they don't would be pretty much the decider here. We are going to see something Wong go for a teleporter strat here. It looks like neither team has Lucio, so teleporter should get them there faster, but it's looking like their rollout might have been better. There we go. We're seeing Iowa Central take the teleporter in here. We're going to see some turrets come up, and Iowa Central is decisively going to gain control of that, but Pokey getting picked out there, unfortunately, is going to be pretty rough to start this fight off, and we're going to see, okay, no, we see Iowa Central focus down their tank, actually, so that is kind of what I called out there. That's going to get them to win that first fight. Shear's going to stick down here, try and capture. Unfortunately, it looks like Cogs of War is going to go down to their DPS there, which is going to be pretty rough, actually, giving Onondaga here the retake. Cogs of War really needed to probably stick with his DPS there. Not having a support versus their DPS having the support means you are probably going to lose that fight, unfortunately. So it's going to be 5% for Iowa Central. They did cap, but it's going to be an uphill battle trying to get onto this point. Notoriously, getting on this point is pretty rough. We're going to see a teleporter into the back here, though. And that's going to be Sheer going down pretty quick, but he does get res, and it looks like they are going to take down Spectre, which is good going into this fight, not having to deal with one of their DPS players. We're going to see Doomfist coming in here, getting that May, but May gets life weavered away. Cogs of War's in a rough spot, but their Doomfist does go down. Iowa Central is looking pretty set up here to take this fight, and it's looking like that is going to be the case as they are slowly picking them up one by one. Onondaga is trying to stall for some time here. Looking like Spectre is putting in a lot of work here. They're actually getting a nice little last second pick there, but ultimately Iowa Central does win. They get the res off as well. That's going to get them moving up here. Onondaga only getting 41%. Iowa Central actually looking like they kind of have a chance here, which is really good. Normally we see these matches get a lot of times they get really one-sided, but honestly I'm seeing the potential for both teams here. They're both kind of putting in a really good fight. Ooh, and we're going to see a pretty big pick there. I think that was window popping up for Iowa Central, and that's what led to Spectre getting probably headshot there, or that body shot, I guess, probably was just like super empowered. But ultimately, that's going to be Onondaga coming in here with one less player. And we are going to see Blizzard come out, but Doomfist is going to be trying to prevent his team from getting killed here and does a pretty decent job. Unfortunately, their Spectre popping overcharge, or overdrive, is going to be pretty big on damage there, and they are actually going to manage to cap there. Iowa Central played off point a little bit too much. We're going to see Life Weaver Tree come out, and that I believe is Onondaga's there, yeah, because Iowa Central does not have Life Weaver. It looks red, which is really throwing me off a little bit. That's going to be Iowa Central having to back out there, and a lot of ultimates used on Onondaga's side, though. So Iowa Central could potentially come back and take this back here, as they've got two ultimates here. Hopefully Shiro can get something out of his ult. He just has to not get stunned out of it by their Doomfist, I believe. It's really the only thing that can shut him down on it. All right, and we're seeing Cogs of War come in and get a pretty quick pick here on the May. Onondaga going to get their own pick on something Wong. And it looks like Shiro is able to shut down that Doomfist there, which is going to give them a pretty good advantage here. Shiro's going to pop ultimate as he comes in, taking down Spectre. Wobble and Necessary may have actually been able to save that ultimate, but it's looking like overtime here for Onondaga. I was central at 43% here, so they've got kind of an uphill battle. They're still doing really good. It's nice to see these fights actually go back and forth. We just don't see it that often. So, and I know I've said that. It's probably been overstated at this point, but we'll have to see who's going to win going into this fight. We do have Pokecross with the ultimate, and Onondaga is pretty far away from all of their ultimates. We could potentially see Swanky Pants get his window up, which could be a big game changer here. Looks like there's a lot of damage just like poking across here. No one really taking too much advantage here. Window's going to pop up, though, which means IO Central's poking damage is going to be a lot better. And it looks like we're seeing Cogs of War just kind of trying to base something out, looking for some kind of opportunity. We're going to see the pick and roll there get a lot of damage taken on. Ooh, Inspector getting that overcharge shot on Swanky, and then something Wong. Iowa Central is unfortunately just going to be completely taken out here. And creeping up there to 90%. Really close game here. Hero's trying to stall as long as he can. That Life Weaver tree is going to come out, but I think ultimately that's just going to be as they're hitting overtime. See Lucio try to touch here, but I don't think he's going to get to it. No, he's not. Unfortunately, Iowa Central going to take the loss here on that first round, but with a close game, I'm expecting this next round will also be a very interesting watch. So we're going to watch play the game, so stay tuned around to that.
Not so fast. You make it too easy.
I give in to the lesser fight. My body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. I'm reaching out for the easy high.
Alrighty, everybody, and we are back here. We have, this doesn't feel really weird to say, but we have not seen a King's Row map in a while. So long, in fact, I forgot the map was called King's Row for a second there. But no, all jokes aside, it's pretty cool to see another King's Row map come up now that we have taken such a long break from it. But it's looking like they are coming in on attack here. At least, Iowa Central is coming in as the attacking team here out the gate. Now, they did take the loss here on that first map, so they are definitely going to have to kind of figure out a way to start taking the lead here. And if they manage to at least take one win, if they manage to pull away with this map, we could see us going around 4 with that push map, which would be really fun. So, but we'll have to see what's going to happen here. It looks like Iowa Central is going to be coming out the gate with Shiro on Ashe and Relexity on Reaper, which is a good blend of that close range and long range, especially with Cogs of War doing some dive stuff here on the Doomfist. It could be pretty good. Something wrong with the Life Weaver able, a really good, like I said, really combination with the and Swanky Pants here with Yuriko is just going to be really good peel as well, especially since the other team has that Mei. So let's get right into it and see what is going to happen. Got we've got the Zarya here taking some charge here with that little bit of poke damage that they threw out there at the beginning. So this could be pretty rough going into it right out the gate. As long as they're not charging up this Zarya too much, though, they should be able to win this fight. So it looks like Cogs of War missing that jump up to the high ground there. Not quite going to get that Ashe off. Definitely should be seeing Relexity probably go up there and take that fight a little bit. Nope, Doomfist is going to go up there, gets the Ashe off the high ground there. Something Wong going to take the opportunity to get up there, and it looks like Ashe is trying to rotate back around, get on up there. You got Cogs of War just kind of pushing them all off the point there. Spectre taking that off angle on high ground. Something Wong taking a lot of damage from that Dynamite. And it looks like Iowa Central is going to back up just a little bit here. They have the Mei in the backline to also deal with. It looks like Mei is going to be able to get out. Relexity goes down to Spectre. Jiro's going to come up, and it looks like he is looking for Spectre as well. The Spectre coming up those stairs, getting him with the edge of that Dynamite. Iowa Central has backed off pretty big here, and it looks like Shiro is going to get picked off a little bit too deep there while his team has backed off. Got 2 minutes and 50 seconds left here. Iowa Central is going to have to regroup for this fight there. Cogs are not going to really let the Zarya get too much ultimate charge here, just trying to punch them away there. It looks like he might be going back to swap. We definitely want to be watching ultimate tempo here. It's a little bit late to start pulling that swap out, but I suppose with Doomfist, it's okay. You don't really rely on your ultimate too terribly much here, so it's probably a good idea for him to go ahead and take that swap now so he can just start building that charge as early as possible. We're going to see that Life Weaver tree come out like on Iowa Central side, but the Mei ultimate on the other one here is going to be doing a lot of damage. Shiro actually getting quite a bit of picks, though. That could be pretty big plays for them. Relexity trying to get the damage in here on the Zarya. We do have Zarya ultimate here as well as Life Weaver tree on Atabanga, or I'm not even going to try anymore. On the other team's side here. Relexity pops his Reaper ultimate there, and we're seeing Bob also come out. That's a lot of ultimates used from Iowa Central side, but it looks like they are managing to finally get their control back here. It was good that they kind of waited out some of those ultimates. We still haven't seen the Zarya ultimate come out, which it looks like she's looking for right now. They throw out their Bob, which could clear Iowa Central off the point. They haven't even gotten a tick yet, unfortunately. That's going to be Iowa Central kind of cleared off that point. A really good push there, too. They kind of burned every ultimate. They've got Rush coming in here, which could be pretty big. That could actually give Cogs of War his ultimate, but we do still have window with the Zarya grab. There are actually seeing both teams here actually do pretty good at managing ultimates here. And Shiro, as much as he is trying to take these off angles here, looks like he is actually going to come up and help him. They're going to manage to get the Zarya away from that point. Zarya's going to come around the back here with their Mei, though, it looks like. Unfortunately, they are going to get a pick on one of the supports there. It's going to be Zarya coming out with Rush as well. Relexity is going to be doing his best to do the damage, but it looks like that Mei is going to go ahead and cover that point. Very unfortunate ultimate on that Ramadra. It looks like he may actually just go ahead and swap back to the Doomfist. Yep. All right, and we're going to see something wrong on the Ana. Seeing these last 30 seconds come down. All right, and we got this last push here. Let's see if they can make plays. There's no ultimates here, so it could kind of go either way. I'm very curious as to what the strat here is from Cogs of War, as he is kind of dived back into their back line, giving their team a little bit of an opening here, though. Definitely threw out a pretty good distraction. We're going to see that lamp come out and kind of keep him alive a little bit, but that Zarya is putting too much pressure on their back line for them to push in and touch the point. That is going to be Iowa Central losing this first round.
Score
Go ahead and swap sides.
0. Switching sides. Initiating match.
And we will see Iowa Central go ahead and defend. The only thing they can really hope to do here is get a draw. That is going to be they are going to be required to prevent them from getting even a single tech, which is a very tall order. So unfortunately, this tempo has been stacked against Iowa Central here for this match. So pretty big disadvantage coming into it. We'll have to see it. It looks like they're kind of giving up on the match. It looks like they're pretty low spirits here. So he may have to do a little bit of a talk between rounds, but let's see. It looks like they're going to be rolling out with a Widowmaker, which if they manage to get a pretty strong first pick here, could spell disaster for Iowa Central's defense. Got Shiro on the Ashe and Relexity on the Bastion. We'll see if that's going to make the difference or not. Cogs of War pulling out the Reinhardt. Looks like they may be planning to give some kind of ground here. Swanky playing pretty far up for the rest of his team's positioning here. He could actually get pretty early picked here by the Widowmaker is going to be my prediction. Maker's waiting, biding her time. Going to come out. Probably looking at Swanky here. And that is going to be Swanky going down to the Widowmaker. That's the TP coming into the back. Some turrets getting set up. Ooh, and Cogs of War going to charge in. That was probably the most unfortunate timing on a charge. That is going to be GG's. That is going to OCC taking the win here for round 2. And we'll be moving on to round 3, which will be an escort map after.
Play of the game. She's gonna blow.
I give in to the lesser fight. My body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. I'm reaching out for the easy high. Please fortify this strength of mine. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. comes and goes, it goes, it goes. My weakness echoes in my soul. Oh, it echoes in my soul. My weakness comes and goes, it goes, it goes.
Welcome to reality.
All right, and we are back at it again here.
Initiating match.
We are going into round 3 game here. Currently down 2 on Iowa Central side. So that is scoreboard, so that's on me. But yeah, we are going to be going into a Rialto map. A bit of a pop up here for Iowa Central standard composition here. We've got Swanky pulling in on the tank here in Pokecross and with the supports. Currently have Cogs of War pulled out. And we will see what happens here. We have Iowa Central here coming out on attack first. They're having Orisa. Shiro is going to be coming out with Widowmaker Relexity on Soldier 76, something on Ana, and Pokecross on the Mercy. Currently got the other team here with their own Widowmaker. They've got a Bastion. They've got a the Lifeweaver that they've had, and the Baptiste along with a Ramatra. So actually pretty strong defenders to the point here for Ramatra, I believe, able to go into that Nemesis form as they approach that corner, and you're on those tight angles. It's gonna be pretty tough to escape. I think Iowa Central has a pretty good chance here with that Orisa, though. Orisa able to kind of that shift form and Javelin there to kind of bully her way in fights here. We're going to see Spectre here on this off angle here. Ooh, and it looks like gonna pick Shiro out of the choke there. Just quite unfortunate. They are going to have to probably turn on that Widowmaker and deal with that. We're going to see Pokecross. Yeah, that is just a really oppressive angle that they're going to have to deal with there. And we're going to see that first fight not go so well as they get up to that bridge there. They're definitely going to have to deal with that Widowmaker on that bridge. Can't that is gonna be game over for sure. We could potentially see them switch to dive for that, but we'll see. They might be running this and seeing what they can do. This next fight, don't have quite the ult charge left here. We're gonna see Shiro trying to kind of catch these off angles, trying to pressure that Widowmaker. Oh, and we're gonna see a jump shot from the Spectre there, taking down Shiro. And Spectre still just being really oppressive. They did manage to push off the rest of their team, though, which means they are going to get a little bit of ground here. But unfortunately, Swanky is going to be going down there, not quite with supports there to keep Orisa alive. But at least getting around that corner is a pretty big milestone. They don't have to worry as much as long as they can pressure that Widow as they cross this bridge. Really, they could probably just take that right side altogether. We'll have to see. Looks like gravitating that. We're seeing that is what they are gravitating towards doing. They are going to be pushing in on that Widow, and that is going to be that Widowmaker going down pretty quickly, which is exactly what they needed to see them. See Ramatra coming in and trying to hold them off on this line. Orisa going to be popping ultimate with that Bastion in turret form there. Unfortunately there, it looks like he managed to just barely get out of that a little bit late on the drop there. It looks like a Bastion ult coming out there. Unfortunately, not going to be getting anyone for them, though. And it looks like Iowa Central kind of cleaning up a little bit. It's up to the tank and Pokecross here. And we're going to see that tank clean up here. We'll likely be grabbing that point from behind, which is a big win for Iowa Central here. We could see them pushing up to this first point here. Spectre coming in with that Widowmaker again, just applying that pressure. We're going to see a Javelin quickly go out to her and force her back a little bit here. We're likely got to be a little bit careful, jumping a lot in that line of fire of the Widowmaker. It's definitely a brave option. We are going to see that Visor come up as well, which is just going to have to be extremely careful at this angle. She's going to be seen as you cross into her line of sight. A lot easier. That Bastion getting that backward flank there from underneath is also pretty big. That turret form is going to shut down Pokecross. We've got the Ana all the way in the back here trying to keep him up. And Shiro getting 2 picks here actually could be big. We're seeing Lifeway Retreat come out. It's going to make this fight pretty tough, but they are at a numbers advantage here, at least until Lexi goes down, who is doing his best to kind of stay on this point and anchor it. And unfortunately, he's going to go down as that Ramatra pushes in on. We've got Ana trying to keep Swanky Pants alive here. On that Orisa, Pokecross is here as well. They are going to give some space here. They've got another minute here to make a push work, though. They can regroup back here and not get picked out too quickly. We're seeing Spectre here on that Widowmaker, though, could be putting in some work. And there it goes. Lexi going to come down. Spectre, just an absolute menace on this character, making it a very tough push here. All right, we're seeing their tank play pretty far up here, definitely trying to pull their attention here. They've only got 30 seconds to make a good push, and it's looking like they're going to take this back angle. It worked out pretty well for them. Ooh, and we're going to see Shiro actually getting a pretty good pick there. Getting that Widowmaker down for the count there early is definitely really good. They're going to have a window pop out there. Ooh, and that was a really good Javelin from there. We are going to see that Ramatra ult come out, which could change this fight. We'll have to see if we're going to get any damage here coming out of that Orisa ult. If nothing else, it made a good distraction here. We've got just a few seconds. Ana and Swanky trying to do what they can, but that Ramatra ultimate is just going to be a little bit much here. Pokecross does manage to get back, but they're going to turn around and focus. We've got the Soldier ult coming out here, but it might not be enough here. Swanky just trying to keep that point moving, but that's going to be all she wrote there. That is the cleanup for that first point. But they did get some decent progress at least, so if they can manage to hold this corner well enough, they could potentially still win this round. So we'll have to see what they've got here for their defense.
0-0. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Jameson Force, reporting live. Let's
That was
ask
weird.
this scary metal
Didn't mean to press any buttons there. All right, it's looking like we've got Swanky here on the Ramatra here. So actually mirroring that tank for defense, that's actually not a terrible. Got Relexity on Junkrat, which could make some pretty tough angles for them. But I will say, however, with that Doomfist on the other side, that could be pretty tough. And Doomfist is actually a pretty decent character for this map as well. Just have to see if this is what it's going to boil down to or not. That Doomfist come up on the high ground there. Relexity managing to stay alive there, not shooting the Doomfist, which is good on you here. Got that Mercy, keeping that pocket alive on him, but they are in a pretty bad spot here, separated out and over that point there. That Doomfist punch is going to sign them out there. And that is going to be Iowa Central going down here, and a pretty hard stagger to be tough for them to come back to it. Got a off angle from Spectre here, which could be getting these picks off these angles here right in their spawn, and with Doomfist right there as well, it's going to be pretty tough for them to come back from this. So this is going to be Iowa Central's final game for the playoffs. Pretty good fight early on there. I'm just glad that we got to play the game in general here, and it's pretty good to see these teams grow together. So, well fought victory from the other team here. I hope they pretty watch the final play of the game here from this Widowmaker, which I will say, very good plays from this Widowmaker. And that is going to be GG's Overwatch signing out. Hope you all have a great
I give in to the lesser fight. My body aches to be satisfied.